from the infinite reaches of the cosmos to the limitless power within you. Welcome to Manifesting Cosmic Consciousness with Warren Russel. Every episode is a journey into higher awareness, universal wisdom, and the energy that connects us all. Prepare to expand your mind, elevate your spirit, and unlock your true potential. Now, here's your host, Warren Russel.
Well, welcome to Manifesting Consciousness, Cosmic Consciousness specifically. Today we have Florence Shinn. She's been around a long time. She was born in 1871, and she stayed here until 1940. She was come from rich class, if you will, because she was very well educated, went to great universities around New York City. But she came up with this technique of how to manifest a serious money. And she was very successful. She made millions and millions of dollars by manifesting the technique that we are here about today, along with another guy named Patrick Murphy and Neville Garner. All those people back in the 1920s, 1930s, using the technique that later on Andrew Carnegie found, and with J.P. Morgan and Rockefeller they started using, and then they got Napoleon Hill to do the same thing with a book called Think and Grow Rich. So all of that comes together, but these people led the beginning of what we call the prosperity thinking in terms of the pastors and the people, the Les Browns and John Maxwell and all those people who are now today doing prosperity consciousness and teaching us how to manifest money and a good way of life. So we want to play and see what she has to say. This is Florence Shinn.
Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have a direct hotline to the universe when it comes to money, while others feel like they're permanently stuck on hold with cosmic customer service? What if I told you that there's actually a universal financial department that's been waiting for your call your entire life, and most of us have been accidentally dialing the wrong number this whole time? But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. Here's something that might blow your mind. The universe operates like the most efficient delivery service you've ever encountered, but instead of packages, it's delivering experiences, opportunities, and yes, money. The problem is, most of us have been placing orders in a language we never properly learned, accidentally requesting poverty when we desperately want prosperity. Has this ever happened to you? You work hard. You think positive thoughts. You even try visualization. But somehow money still feels like it's playing an elaborate game of hide-and-seek with your bank account. The truth is, there's a specific language that the universe understands when it comes to wealth manifestation. And it's so simple that most people completely overlook it. While other financial gurus are serving you 3-course meals of complicated strategies that take months to digest and leave you more confused than when you started, what you're about to discover is like an espresso shot of wealth wisdom, quick, potent, and guaranteed to wake up your inner money magnet in just 2 days. Now, I want you to be brutally honest with yourself for a moment. How many times have you caught yourself saying things like, "I can't afford that," or "Money is so tight right now," or my personal favorite, "I'm just not good with money"? Don't worry, I see those guilty faces through the screen. We've all been there, standing in front of the mirror of our financial reality, wondering why the universe seems to have us on some sort of cosmic blocked list when it comes to abundance. What's happening here is that you've been speaking fluent universe, but nobody ever taught you the grammar rules for wealth attraction. It's like trying to order your dream meal at a restaurant while accidentally asking for expired disappointment instead of fresh abundance. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to learn will completely transform how you communicate with the universe about money. The universe is incredibly literal, and it's been taking detailed notes on every single word that comes out of your mouth regarding your finances. Most of us learned to speak about money from people who were just as confused about wealth as we were, creating generational patterns of financial limitation that can be broken with 3 exact words. What you're about to discover might surprise you, but these aren't just mystical concepts. There's actual science backing up why your words about money create your financial reality, and how you can hack this system to attract huge sums of money in just 48 hours. If this kind of practical wisdom resonates with you, I'd love to have you join our community by subscribing. We dive deep into consciousness principles that actually create results, and honestly, having people like you who are serious about transformation makes this work so much more meaningful. Your brain has something called the reticular activating system, which is essentially your personal search engine for reality. This hidden mechanism behind the scenes of your consciousness is constantly filtering through millions of pieces of information every second, deciding what deserves your attention. Here's where the transformation begins. Whatever you consistently tell this system to look for, it finds with remarkable precision. Tell it you're financially unlucky, and it'll present you with a highlight reel of every missed opportunity, every unexpected expense, every moment when money seemed to slip through your fingers like water. But here's the revelation that changes everything. Every single time you say, "I can't afford that," "money is tight," or "I'm just not financially lucky," you're unconsciously placing orders for more financial struggle with the universe's instant delivery system. The cosmic truth is that the universe operates on what I like to call the Amazon Prime principle for manifestation. It's incredibly efficient at delivering exactly what you order, but it can't read between the lines of your wishful thinking or decode the hidden meanings behind your words. When you say, "I don't want to be poor," the universe hears the word poor and starts prepping your delivery of more poverty. It's like typing "not pizza" into a food delivery app and being genuinely shocked when pizza shows up at your door. The universe doesn't understand negatives, sarcasm, or the complex, emotional journey of your financial fears. It only responds to the emotional energy and specific words you're broadcasting. This is why you've been wondering why money seems to avoid you while others attract wealth effortlessly, almost like they have some secret backstage pass to abundance. The hidden truth isn't that they're luckier, more deserving, or born under better stars. The secret lies in understanding that you've been speaking fluent universe, but using the wrong financial vocabulary your entire life. It's like having the right phone number, but dialing it incorrectly every single time. Most people learned their money language from parents, teachers, and society members who were equally confused about wealth creation. This creates generational patterns of financial limitation that get passed down like family recipes, except instead of delicious meals, we're inheriting recipes for struggle. The impact of this unconscious programming runs so deep that even when we desperately want financial freedom, our automatic language patterns keep reinforcing the very limitations we're trying to escape. The decisions you make about how to speak about money literally rewire your brain's search parameters. Every word becomes a command to your subconscious mind. Every phrase becomes a directive to the universe about what kind of financial experiences you want to attract. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic and reveal the 3 exact words that can completely reverse this process and put you back in the driver's seat of your financial destiny. Write in the comments, "I'm ready to change my money language," if this is starting to make sense to you. The universe operates like the most earnest, well-meaning friend who takes everything you say at absolute face value. When you declare, "I'm broke," the universe doesn't hear your inner monologue saying, "I'm temporarily experiencing a cash flow situation that I'm actively working to improve." Instead, it hears, "She wants to be broke." Got it. More broke coming right up. This cosmic translation system has been taking detailed notes on every financial statement you make, filing them away like the most meticulous accountant you've ever encountered. Behind the scenes of your conscious awareness, every word you speak about money becomes a blueprint for your financial reality. The universe doesn't understand sarcasm, irony, or the complex emotional journey of your financial fears. It operates on pure energy and literal interpretation, responding only to your exact words combined with the emotional frequency you're broadcasting when you say them. This is why someone can repeat positive affirmations all day long while feeling completely disconnected from the words and wonder why nothing changes. The hidden truth about this whole process is that most of us inherited our money vocabulary from confused mentors. Think about it. Who taught you how to talk about money? Your parents, who perhaps struggled. financially themselves, teachers who chose education over wealth, a society that often views money with suspicion and guilt. This creates a fascinating phenomenon where entire family trees, entire communities, are unconsciously passing down the same financial limitation patterns from generation to generation, like genetic code for struggle. These generational patterns run so deep that even when someone achieves financial success, they often sabotage themselves because their internal language system hasn't been updated to match their new reality. The impact of this inherited programming is profound. It's like trying to run modern software on an outdated operating system. Your conscious mind wants wealth, but your subconscious programming is still running the old, money is hard software that was installed decades ago. The transformation happens when you realize that these patterns can be completely rewired with the right linguistic approach. Your financial DNA isn't permanent, it's programmable. Every decision to choose different words about money literally rewrites your neural pathways, creating new grooves in your brain that support abundance instead of limitation. The journey from financial struggle to prosperity isn't just about making more money. It's about fundamentally changing the internal conversation you have with the universe about what you deserve and what's possible for you. Now, I want to reveal something that might completely shift your perspective on how quickly this transformation can happen, because there are 3 specific words that act like a master key to unlock this entire system. Write in the comments, "I'm upgrading my money programming," if you're ready to break these generational patterns. These 3 words work like a master reset button for your entire financial operating system. But before I reveal them, you need to understand just how deep this programming rabbit hole goes. When you casually say, "I'm broke," during a conversation with a friend, you're not just making an observation about your current bank balance. You're literally programming your subconscious mind to search for evidence that supports this identity. It's like telling a highly sophisticated search engine to filter your entire reality through the lens of financial lack. Your reticular activating system doesn't take coffee breaks or vacation.
Well, back with cosmic consciousness. Freddie, you were asking a couple questions about this, what she's talking about.
It's interesting that you played this tape,
Right,
because
right.
this tape actually gives you an opportunity to come to the realization
Absolutely.
that if you think I'm broke, life is going to make sure you are broke.
Because you said it, you spoke it.
So this is like a AI malfunction.
We are in a matrix. We're an experiment. That's what a lot of people think is a prison planet. And other people think, like the Truman Show, that we're being monitored like we're in a petri dish watching us, seeing what we're going to do. There are other forces in this universe. When you look at the Bible and it says Ephesians 6:12, the battle is not about necessarily good and bad, but it's about principalities. So when you talk about there are forces that control this whole planet, the Illuminati, the Bilderbergers, Council of Foreign Relations, on and on and on and on. The Draco, the diabolical individuals, the people who are nefarious. They want to keep you in the dark, the hole. They want to keep you like, what's that guy, the Jerry Springer show. You think that's real. But we can go way beyond that, as she did in her lifetime, back in the teens, the 20s, as Neville Goddard, as Patrick Murphy, as Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie went to the 3rd grade and dropped out. The rest is history. He became the richest man in the world.
Right.
No more school. He taught himself, and he taught people around him, J.P. Morgan, Rockefeller, all those guys. But they used certain systems by which they improve and develop themselves and talk a certain kind of way, and stayed around people who are like-minded, because your parents always told you, be careful of who you associate with.
Right.
So if you hang out with people who are poor, broke, and don't care, and drinking and using drugs, that's what you become. But if you hang around people, if you're in a room of billionaires for the next 10 years, you're not going to stay poor or broke, because you're going to copy their energy and do what they do to manifest money and become rich and famous.
You have to start the manifestation with a positive attitude.
Always.
Otherwise, they feed you to the lions like they did with the Romans, and everybody was applauding that behavior. So it was negative about negative.
Right.
But if you take a moment and you turn that frequency around,
Yep.
and you believe in the positivity of it, and talk to yourself that way,
Absolutely.
and you're telling me that the universe will provide positivity.
Absolutely. See, everything is energy. This sofa, this microphone, we are energy. And we came to this planet to do one thing: how to manipulate energy so that we can get what we want in this world. But nobody will tell us that.
Agreed.
They put you in the universities and college, and they give you 30-year-old notes. You go memorize this, take a test. I did the same thing because I taught college. So rather than teaching people how to manifest their own inner creativity, their potential, their possibilities, and you got to be around people like Napoleon Hill, wrote the book Think and Grow Rich, that Andrew Carnegie said, I want you to take all the positive principles of self-development and put it in one book. He told him that in 1908. It took him 20 years. He finished it in 1928. And then he put it into a book called Think and Grow Rich by 1940, 41, 42. And now it's sold, hundreds of millions of dollars for that one book. So it's a study. You got to concentrate and be with people who think positive. Some of the people in the ministries, what they call them, prosperity ministers, and they talk about what you think about, you bring about. Like in the book, James Allen, As a Man Thinketh, it says, your mind is the master power that molds and makes, and evermore and man is mind, and evermore you take the tool of thought and thinking as you will bring forth 1,000 joys or 1,000 ills. Man thinks in secret, but environment becomes his looking glass. So what you think about, you bring about. What you say you are about, you say, oh, I don't feel good today. All right, well, then you need to go to bed. The universe helps you to go to bed. Say, no, I felt a little bit down, but I feel better now, and I feel like I'm going to get up and I'm going to do things. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to do something. I'm going to get out and move around. And see, the people who stay down under, if you will, poor, broke, their language is all about that. Never say you're poor, you're broke. Never say, I don't have any money. Go get money. It's about what you think about, you bring about. Thinking makes things happen in this world. And that's what we have to learn to do.
It's interesting if you say it, do you have to believe it?
Absolutely.
In other words, Russ, people can say, oh, I want to be positive, but do they mean it?
Right. That's you. For instance, when you got married at a point in time and you fell in love, right?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. The feelings that you had when you say you found this person and you say, I'm in love, and you felt positive, you felt great that you could conquer the world, that's the kind of way you got to think about manifesting what you want in this world. Yes, you can't say I'm a billionaire, and feel like a nobody. You got to bring the energy from within yourself, as you did when you got married, when you graduated from school. You felt good. You felt you accomplished great things. Yeah, the feeling has to come from within. Yeah, and that's what she talks about.
And you got to truly believe it, because the universe,
absolutely.
It'll catch you in the lie.
Yeah, you got to make yourself believe it.
Right, because a lot of people say, "Oh, I woke up every day saying I'm grateful, I'm this, I'm that."
But they feel they don't
feel good about themselves.
They don't even like themselves.
They don't like themselves.
Yeah, they hate themselves, right?
And it shows if you talk to them long
absolutely.
enough. It shows.
You got to believe that you're wonderful, you're great, that you're positive, that you're going to do things, that you're here to help people, that you're here to service humanity, service, not service to self, like some people in Washington, but service to yourself.
Right.
That's a no. Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Zoroaster, all of them came, if you're talking about Muhammad or you're talking about Martin Luther King, they came to say, what can we do to help humanity? We want to help each other. It's like what you think about, you bring about, but you got to think about how can I service my fellow men, sisters and brothers?
Got you. But you have to stay honest about it. Now, is there a limit, Russ, to the amount of success that anyone can have if they desire?
Let's go back in history for a minute. When you look at Elon Musk, what he's the first trillionaire?
Yes.
Right. Do you know his history? You have nothing about his history?
I know some things about it.
What do you know about it?
Well, I know that about Elon Musk, I think, was born poor, wasn't he?
But poor, broke, and destitute.
Yeah.
I mean, finished. And some people stay there all their lives. But he managed to say, no, I'm not staying there. I want to manifest something different. Even Mandela, you know, he would, even though he spent time in 27 years. One of the poems that he said to himself, I'm the captain of my own soul, right? He said it every day for 27 years. When he came out, he became the presidency, and he said, I want to help everybody have food, clothing, shelter, information, medical care. I don't care what color, how tall, how short, how fat, how skinny. I want to help everybody. And that was his
He also made some bad choices, but we're held accountable for those bad choices.
Well, yeah, we all are.
Exactly, but that does not dictate life. In other words, if something bad happens and you say, oh, if that's my luck, everything bad happens, then you're calling more bad upon you.
Absolutely.
So sometimes there's a test as to what is bad and what is good.
Absolutely. Well, as long as you look, they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. But if you feel like what's it, Melissa Carey or Scott, whatever the name, who's giving away $71 billion so far, and she's got more to give away.
Right.
If you come with the idea of being a philanthropist, of being helpful, of being a person who likes to uplift people, a hand up and a hand out. So that's the secret of life. That's who we're supposed to be.
Now, you watch a lot of these films, like what we were
Of
watching
course I do.
recently. And you're trying to give people the opportunities. What this show is about.
That's
what the film is about.
Look,
Talk to him a little bit about why you're doing what you're doing.
Well, look, let me be very simple about this. I was born in Hopkins Hospital, Baltimore. My father and mother. My father was a preacher. Had his own ministry, and he never had a job. People gave him money because he was a spiritual advisor, if you will. And so he helped people understand who they were, and so he did that all of his life. But anyway, bottom line, quick, short, and fast in a hurry, they split when I was 10 years old. Then I had to live in a boarding school. I had a boys' school. Then I lived with this person and that person, the other person, until I was 16 years old, right?
Right.
Or on the farm and all that. And then when I went to school, I was pretty smart in a sense, but I dropped out of the 9th grade. I quit, went in the service. When you took a battery of tests, so my IQ, when I took the battery of tests, my IQ was like 130, 140. They said, oh, wow. So they made me air traffic controller. So I was supervisor when I was 19 years old. I don't want to go through the whole thing except to say that my whole life is I studied, read, delve into all the books. So when they got my GED, then I got a BA, MA, PhD, taught at the universities, 3 different, on and on and on. So I'm a student of life. I'm a really student. That's my role in life. And so I want to pass that on to other people. Then I got into network marketing, and in addition to having jobs, many jobs, I got into network marketing, and I was able to, from home, make $8 million from home to put in my pocket and spend, reading the books by Napoleon Hill, The Magic of Thinking Big, The Science of Getting Rich by Waddles, all of that, and putting that into practice and manifest some good money for myself.
And has it increased your self-confidence to do it?
Of course. I believe in me. I love me.
So you want to express that other people, if they believe in themselves,
Absolutely.
they too can make magic happen.
Absolutely. You make magic happen. You can go from a school dropout to Elon Musk, or Martin Luther King, or whomever. Or Howard Schultz, Andrew Carnegie, who finished his 3rd grade but managed to become the richest man in the world. You got to take those principles the positive principles of self-development, use them like Les Brown, right? And get out there and make things happen for yourself and for other people around you.
So sitting home on the couch, just contemplating sorry for yourself is not manifesting your
That's a no.
conscious.
That's a no.
You got to keep pushing.
You got to keep going. You got to keep thinking. You got to keep. I'm 90-some years old. I'm still going.
Hey, every time you come into the studio, something positive happens in this house.
Well, I hope so, because I want to be that.
But you bring it with you.
Yeah, but I want to be that. I want to be an example of what I do 24 hours a day when I'm alone. And I have to talk to me, myself, and I. That's what I do. I work on myself all the time.
You were the reason that we created the foundation. As much as I said, no, let's not do it.
But you did it.
I helped do it.
No, well, I mean,
Dawn's the one that did it.
Right.
But it was you leading that fight.
Now, but you see the bigger picture.
I see the bigger picture. I see the way it's mushroomed to help a lot of people.
Right. And you're still helping people. Look what you're doing.
And we're trying to figure it out. But yes, we
but I met you
do
13,
believe in
14 years ago. You were just,
you ain't got to bring that up. But yes, I was lost in the woods.
You were. But look where you are now. And look how many people you have helped.
And I got to tell you, I've learned a whole lot more, including this show, about how strong your mind can be if you really
absolutely.
apply
Your mind is the master power. You can do anything with your mind. You named a person, whether it be Howard Schultz, whether it be Ray Kroc, you name them. Colonel Sanders, at 65 years old, he had a check for $65. That's it. Mm-hmm. And he took the next 2 years and went from restaurant to restaurant to restaurant with his mother's recipe about his fried chicken. And everybody said no. And at the 1,020th restaurant, they said yes. And he left millions of dollars on the table when he left here. So it's a matter of what you do with your thoughts, what your energy, what your efforts are.
It's true. And you, ever since I've known you, you've carried the torch to positive thinking.
That's all I want to be.
Exactly. But it a lot of people out there, because they're going through rough times. A lot of people out there.
Who doesn't have rough times?
But who doesn't? True. But some people let that overwhelm them.
I've been
and
bankrupt.
Don't understand that you sort of have to put that to the side, and you have to grow because you believe you are the best.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been bankrupt, foreclosures, the car repossessed. I've been all that. The whole 9 yards. Big deal. I'm still going.
It's amazing.
I'm not going to stop.
It's amazing.
Yeah, until the end.
And these tapes that Russ runs on the show is to give you a glimpse of how his mind works
and how
video.
What you can do to improve your life and the lives of your family, your friends, and your relatives, and the community. You got to get up and do something. Yes, absolutely.
And it's positive thought gives you positive outcomes.
Absolutely. You got to believe it.
And you have to truly believe
from
it.
Inside, you got to believe it. And then you can do it.
And it's amazing because I've known you 15 years.
Yeah.
And you've changed my life. I can honestly say that.
Good. Well, look what you're doing. You're helping a lot of people now.
Well, we're trying.
But you're going to do more. You're not finished yet. You got another one.
It depends on if you help me do more.
The alien's going to give you the information, the possibilities of living another 50, 100 years if you want to, because they're going to give you everything. Cure for cancer, diabetes, cure for heart, cure for everything is coming. It's coming to this planet.
Excellent. Why don't you give them your website? Maybe more information, how they can get more information.
Well, I would rather give mine is like, if you go to projectdisclosure.com, you see me. If you go to UFO-guy, you see I'm on YouTube, whatever. And I'm just beginning. I'm gonna leave a legacy before I get out of here.
Well, the funny thing is that Russ also is offering some information to the island of Puerto Rico, my island.
Yeah.
Where we have a couple of people that are jumping on to some of the things that you're offering as well. And it's soon to be heard out in Puerto Rico as well, because again, he does not stop. There are no borders, and you keep doing what you're doing.
No, I can't stop now. I got to finish up.
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. Good stuff. We're going to have more next week. We're going to maybe in a secret interview. We're going to see if we can get her on the phone.
Okay, absolutely.
And Mary Lorena Anderson will be on here because she loved the show you did during the week.
No, but she's good.
She's excellent. Yeah. On her 15 years too.
Oh yeah.
Same time I met
you. She
you.
does a show, and she's a good person.
She does the energy show,
and she carries great energy.
Absolutely.
So we want to bring Sally Barnett. We want to bring all these people.
Yeah.
Bring them all together, do a show, and get the word out. You know, Dana. We talked to Dana.
Dana also, she has some things going on with her family.
So it's a movement on this planet.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And so we want to.
It's okay to discover. It's okay to open up your mind and look at the movement.
Oh, absolutely. Look at everything, but open your mind and think about the possibilities of rich dad, poor dad. You know, Kawasaki. He started poor and broke. Now he's worth billions of dollars. Come on.
Say goodbye and invite him next week.
Hey, next week, right here, back to Manifesting Cosmic Consciousness. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate you being here.
As our journey through the cosmos comes to a close, remember this. The universe is always responding to the energy you create. Continue to manifest with purpose, live with intention, and let your consciousness guide your path. Thank you for joining Manifesting Cosmic Consciousness with Warren Russell. Until next time, keep reaching for the stars and never stop exploring the infinite possibilities within.